If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're coming back for more information, welcome back. The following is an overview of the brokerage business model eXp Realty here in Ontario, Canada. It has changed the real estate experience for me, to say the least, and when I first saw it in 2018, I could not look away, and every passing year, it seems to get better. My name is Callum Moore, eXp Realty real estate broker here in Ontario, and this video will cover the vast majority of the questions, inquiries, thoughts about this brokerage that I get, and hopefully at the end you might be able to see if it can help launch or grow your business. Go through it all if you can, but if you have any more questions, book a one-on-one confidential eXp discovery meeting with myself in the description below. I do them daily with agents or brokers looking for more information. I find we can cover an absolute ton in a short 30 to 45 minute Zoom meeting. That's in the description below if needed, but let's just dive right into it. Note that there are also time codes and chapters along the bottom of this video if you need to navigate to one area or brush up on another. But let's start at the top. eXp Realty started in 2009 with a fully immersive cloud office environment that offers its agents 24/7 access to tools, training, and socialization. Agents at eXp Realty build their businesses with partners, by themselves, or with teams, while having equity opportunities in eXp World Holdings. With technology, of course, changing the world essentially. Transportation, communication, retail, no surprise it's changing real estate as well. eXp Realty is at the forefront of that. But to tell you the truth, it's just an amazing platform to partner with. The real estate industry, as much as it changes or people want to tell you it's changing, the more it changes, the more it stays the same. It's just business as usual out there. I have people in my meetings, brokers of 15 years, ask me, Callum, I'm not that tech savvy. Is this brokerage for me? I always tell them, what you know tech-wise right now is more than enough. What might change a little bit is your bank account and maybe even your purpose at this brokerage. Because once you see this brokerage business model, you almost to a certain extent can't unsee it, and you can't help yourself but want that purpose as well for the brokerage to grow alongside your own for like long-term success. I certainly didn't feel that way about our last brokerage that we were at, and now I have that. It gives me that dual purpose that I love in the point of my life that I'm in, that helps me even get up in the morning as well. Like mentioned, eXp Realty is at the forefront of technology, and this allows us to be agile, make adjustments at any time for its agents and their clients. 50% of all earnings go back to its agents, and we'll get into that fun stuff soon. Every agent gets their own website and lead generation CRM system. It's a personalized IDX website, CRM, email, text campaigns, squeeze pages, landing pages, basically as deep as you want to go with lead generation. We use SkySlope here. This allows us and our admin staff to manage the business totally paperless and effortlessly, stay organized with our transactions. We have our own marketing center with thousands of templates. If you need a quick postcard or full presentation, the eXp Marketing Center is there for us. We have eXp World, which you've probably heard of by now. The three-dimensional virtual cloud-based office environment is where you can meet, learn, and collaborate with agents and support staff from anywhere with an internet connection. Personally, I almost never go into eXp World anymore. You just don't need to by any means, but it is there for you to join a meeting, anything. There's 2,000 full-time support staff in eXp World and basically around the world at our brokerage. However, I just don't really need to go in anymore, and most of the people that join me don't either. I love the environment, don't get me wrong by any means. I love going and checking eXp World to see what's happening, but realistically don't need to go in there anymore. And the similar mindset is the people that end up joining with me. It's maybe the mindset of people that don't need to waste any time anymore. I'm 40 years old now. I don't need to drive to an office environment, have a meeting start late, maybe have someone there ask me if I want to go for a beer at lunch. I don't need to do that. I've already done that. Now agents that end up joining myself, they kind of care more about their time, and they just want to get out there and grow their businesses with a partner like eXp, with this platform. In my opinion, you're already spending enough time out there with your clients. Let's not waste a minute more. That's at least my mindset. If you have the same, book that confidential eXp Discover meeting with myself in the description below. One amazing platform that I do use, of course, every single day today is Workplace powered by Facebook. This is a dedicated and secure working space to connect, communicate, and collaborate with other agents and eXp staff. It uses familiar Facebook software we're all used to, so no more learning a new platform or anything like that. News feeds, groups, messenger, and events to get things done quickly and efficiently. This is all I need to stay connected. As our independent team here, I have an independent team, and we'll kind of talk on that later, called the On Agent Crew, but I use this because we're all over Ontario. This keeps us connected. This billion-dollar software allows us just to communicate, and it's every single eXp agent and staff in one place and all over the world. It's also a fantastic platform for referrals. I've done countless local referrals as well as 2 actual international referrals through this platform. Okay, so we're still obviously a full service brokerage, right? We have access to a full staff directory where you can call, text, email, or message on Workplace. Managing brokers, admin staff, everyone is there for you. We just don't go into the office, right? However, eXp does understand that some agents may want or require the occasional office environment, which is why every agent at eXp gets a global membership to Regus corporate suites and their brand spaces. Regus offers thousands of office locations in over 900 cities and 120 countries. Again, personally, I never go into my Regus corporate office. I know exactly where it is. I just don't need to go in, but it's nice to have, and it's also included in our monthly tech fee, which is a perfect segue there. Let's get into the numbers. At eXp, you'll never pay a desk fee, royalty fee, or franchise fee, but there is a $156 per month, including HST tech fee. This includes everything I've mentioned so far and that I will continue to mention, as well as the university fee, broker review fee, and risk management fee. Depending where you are, you may not pay the broker reviews fee. For instance, here in Ontario, we do not pay that monthly fee. Note as well that if you have stumbled across this video and you are outside of Canada, these are Canadian fees. You in the United States, this will be less monthly. Every agent is treated the same, and we have an 80-20 split, which caps each year at $16,000. From there, you move to receiving 100% commission with only a $285 transaction fee for the remainder of your calendar year. That transaction fee does cap as well when you become an Icon agent. I'll mention the Icon agent reward now, and we'll come back around to the other free awards as well. But if you become an Icon agent here at eXp Realty, which is 20 transactions after you cap, and I'll do some really good examples in a second, you will receive that $16,000 you paid as your cap back in the form of stock and awards. I absolutely love that incentive. It was introduced in 2018 to attract higher producing agents, as now you are essentially 100% commission split from the start. Okay, let's get into a couple examples here, like mentioned. The first is if you do just 1 sale a month, and I chose an average price point of $800,000 and a commission rate of 2.5%. 1 sale a month would be $9.6 million in annual sales, which is $240,000 in GCI. Will be minusing the cap of $16,000, which equals $224,000. That is the equivalent of a 93-7 split. 2 sales per month, $800,000 price point, 2.5 commission rate. We are now becoming an Icon agent. Again, for this, just think 20 transactions after you cap. So at 2 sales per month, you will cap at 4 transactions. You will have made $80,000 GCI, and eXp will have made $16,000. Now for the next 10 months, you continue with 2 a month now, getting your 20 after cap. That would be $19.2 million in sales, $480,000 GCI. You will now receive that $16,000 back in the form of stock and awards, putting you roughly at 100% commission split from the start. I'll bring up on the screen some other awards here as well. As you can see, the Icon award, as I mentioned, to the left is the equity awards through the incentive program. You will receive $270 worth of eXp stock for closing your first transaction every year, $540 when you cap, and you will also receive $540 worth of stock when an agent you attract to the brokerage does their first deal. We'll come back around and talk about what that means in a second, but in the middle as well, this is essentially free money. You can voluntarily enroll to receive 5% of your commission in stock at a 5% discount. I want you to keep in mind when it comes to this stuff, and this helps grow the brokerage as well. For people like me that think very long term, I like this stuff because it helps sustainability and growth. These two on the end have a vesting period of 3 years. The one in the middle, this is your money to cash out when you desire. That stock, as mentioned, our stock is traded on the NASDAQ under the stock symbol EXPI, and every agent at eXp has the opportunity to become a shareholder in eXp World Holdings. These are such fun and amazing bonuses just to think about on top of an already amazing brokerage, right? I can stand here in front of you today and honestly tell you that I've made over 5 figures in EXPI stock that I've earned just for doing the job. Not much money, of course, but better than nothing. I've been at this brokerage for under 4 years. That stock has paid for how many realtor fees? It's pretty good and maybe just a little better than a plaque. Okay, so before we get into revenue share, let's touch on the training, of course, and some core values. You can, of course, go into eXp World and access a ton of weekly live training. There's a boot camp for brand new agents, and there are some recording trainings as well. For agents that join us personally at eXp Realty, we have a bunch of training that goes above and beyond that I mentioned earlier. People that join us are part of our independent team here called the On Agent Crew, meaning you keep all of your commission, but I can kind of open up the floodgates, and we'll get into that in a second as well. Like mentioned before, I so rarely go into eXp World, but I do quick check. Every Sunday, it's part of my routine to quickly check what's coming up in eXp World's training, right? What's in the schedule, and if anything benefits me, I'll add it to my weekly schedule. Some of these sessions are taught by professionals, of course, and top producers, right? My mindset is always to be a forever learning student. This is how you continue your growth. Okay, so on a business level as well, eXp has that. They have that forever learning and forever growth mentality, right? We have a ton of plans not only to grow here in Canada, grow here in Ontario, but grow around the world as well. Glenn Sanford, the legend that started this all for us, visualizes 1 million agents worldwide at eXp Realty. It is early days for this company at 90,000 agents. We are only getting started. So I do my due diligence, right, before joining a brokerage, of course. It has to have technology, it has to have the numbers, the training, the support, the incentives, the future growth, the inspiration, all this stuff I, of course, need and want out of a brokerage. But it also for sure has to have my same core values. And it was these core values that eventually made me feel 100% comfortable and stop searching for a problem. I did find it almost too good to be true, and I kept looking for holes and trying to find out, okay, what's the catch? These values are how eXp operates on a daily basis. It's their base for growth, it defines the culture, and ensures decisions are always aligned with its core. Massive one for me there, but of course, I'll quick touch on personal branding. I, of course, needed my freedom. I had to make sure if I was joining a brokerage, I have to be able to personal brand myself. I can't be tied down, and eXp 100% understands this as well. They know that you are the business, you as the agent are the business, and welcome your personal branding, of course. Okay, so last on the list, revenue sharing. Like mentioned before, this might even just be more of a bonus for some as you just continue to do business, and agents might just organically join the brokerage with you, because it will happen, and then now you will be compensated for it when they do transactions. It will happen, whether it's just a conversation with an agent organically that they don't like their brokerage, but you love yours, and then they join with you, or you decide to attract. It's now here for us essentially as a bonus extra income stream. This revenue sharing model allows us to build monthly leveraged income by aligning productive agents with the company. Like mentioned earlier, eXp Realty gives back 50% of all revenue to the revenue share pool. This on the right is a minimum percentage of the revenue share pool you will receive on each transaction a real estate agent you attract into the company does until they cap each year. And as you can see, it goes 7 levels deep, meaning, of course, you get paid on the first person you attract into the company. Let's say you attract Bob, but then Bob goes attracts Sarah. You also get paid for people that you attract that attract other agents. And again, this growth might start just as casual, just as you having a conversation with someone, but it might end up building and compounding into life-changing money. There are bonuses as well within this, because 50% will always be given out through the revenue share pool, which has sustainability and also growth But a good way to think about it is you'll make about 3 to 5% per agent until they cap. Here is a really easy example. An agent just joined myself recently. Their first transaction had a commission of $16,250 and my rev share was $812.50, which if you do the math is exactly 5%. This rev share model has actually changed. It is rev share 2.0 for significantly for the better. It couldn't be a better time to join. As before in that same transaction, I would have received 3.5%, which is still great, of course. Also, if you look right here on the old PDF on the right-hand side, you had to have a required amount of agents, qualifying agents in your first line to access the full potential of your second line, third line, and so forth. Now, as soon as you join, your first line is of course open, same as before, but also your second and third. This small change has resulted in a lot of agents in that circumstance, in that situation, making a lot more revenue share. Amazing stuff. And okay, again, this is bonus, guys. This is all bonus to your, when we were at Remax, 2 agents joined the brokerage because of us. You didn't get anything. It's just one of those things. If you attract, fantastic. If you be yourself, fantastic. It just helps us all around. As if you join myself, I can also help you. It helps from above, it helps from below. It's just one of these extra bonus things. I'll quick give you a good example for inspiration purposes. And again, this is a good rough example because it's roughly 3 to 5% of what you get. But if you personally attract 5 capping agents, right? So again, like before, capping based on the $800,000 property, they cap in 4 transactions, 1 every 3 months, very doable. Then if each of those 5 agents attract 5 capping agents of their own, giving you 5 agents on tier 1 and 25 agents on tier 2. For the 5 capping agents on tier 1, you earn, and again, let's say a conservative $2,800 each. And for the 25 capping agents on tier 2, you earn $3,200 each, giving you an annual leveraged extra income stream of $94,000. This bonus extra possible income stream for yourself comes from eXp's 20% as they give back 50%. They cut out all the middlemen of other brokerages and give back 50%. It's only up to us to choose our path. I choose to choose a path of the bit more fun as well with the stock and everything and all these bonuses and the chance to collaborate with people like yourself watching this. When I was at Remax, it was a bit more of a scarcity mindset, competitive energy that I felt daily when I went there. I no longer have that. I'm 40 years old. Let's cancel out any of that and let's just grow our businesses. Like mentioned, we are only getting started. Thanks so much for watching this, guys. As mentioned, everything is in the description below. DM, email, comment on this video. I get back to everyone. Or of course, book that confidential eXp Discovery meeting with myself in the description below. We touched on some great points in this video, but I know every single detail of this brokerage, from the healthcare plan to the revenue share being willable, everything. I have to keep these videos under hopefully 15 minutes, but we can talk about anything more that you like. If that's you, I hope to talk to you soon. And again, my name's Callum, eXp Realty, real estate broker here in Ontario. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.